Tied up mummies, new human species, mysterious finds.
They had very little information on it. They know it's absolutely horrendous.
Archaeological discoveries are making rounds on the internet.
I always looked at this mummy and I said, this is no mummy. This is a sleeping beauty.
Shocking everyone with their unbelievable insights into the past. Let's see the craziest of them all.
When we opened up the coffin, an old man was lying almost like he was in sleep.
An almost perfectly well-preserved mummy, estimated to be almost 800 years old, has been discovered.
When archaeologists stumbled upon a tomb in Lima, Peru, they had no idea they would find a mummy in fetal position, all tied up. Their hearts raced as they uncovered this remarkable mummy, estimated to be between 800 and 1,200 years old.
It's the mummy of an inhabitant of the High Andean region. It was buried approximately between 800 or 1200 AD.
Resting in a burial chamber 25 kilometers from the city. Found in a fetal position, this Chenke culture mummy was bound, hinting at a tragic past, perhaps a punishment. Nearby, more mummies awaited discovery, sparking the curiosity of researchers eager to explore the mysteries of these ancient civilizations. Each find added to their understanding of the lives and challenges faced by those who lived long ago.
It apparently belongs to the Chakya culture, a culture that developed in the mountains of Lima.
Jackpot discovery. In the ancient village of Saqqara, Egypt, an amazing discovery has caught the attention of historians and archaeologists. Recently, the remains of a royal individual believed to be around 4,000 years old were found covered in layers of gold. Dr. Zahi Hawass, the lead archaeologist, shared that the body was found with many treasures, suggesting a life of luxury.
A beautiful mummy of a man completely covered with layers of gold.
Hieroglyphics revealed the name of this individual as Hikashapis, connecting them to Egypt's rich past. This incredible find highlights the greatness of ancient Egypt and sparks curiosity about what other secrets might be hidden in the sands of Saqqara.
Saqqara is a very important place. It reveals many important treasures.
A wise research. Researchers at Lund University Historical Museum uncovered an exceptionally well-preserved mummy with remarkably clear facial features, even showing signs of a beard after thousands of years.
When we opened up the coffin, it was a remarkable occasion because an old man was lying almost like he was in sleep.
This mummy dates back to the 17th century and has been dubbed as one of the best preserved mummies of its time. A CT scan revealed that the individual lived to be 74 years old with several health issues. The mummy was identified as Peter Winstrup, a gentleman known for his diverse interests and knowledge. Unhatched embryo.
Researchers have named it Baby Yingliang. At least 66 million years old, it's an embryo of an Oviraptorosaurus.
In China, researchers have uncovered a well-preserved dinosaur embryo that is believed to belong to a large dinosaur species, likely one that had not yet developed teeth. This embryo dates back approximately 70 million years to a period when dinosaurs were laying eggs that never hatched. It has been fossilized in southeastern China, and one significant specimen is an oviraptor embryo, which researchers have nicknamed Baby Yingliang. This embryo closely resembles typical bird embryos, and ongoing research aims to discover more specimens to better understand this discovery. Noble Crypt. Next on the list is a video in which an archaeologist looked at a grave thought to belong to a knight, dating to the early 11th century AD. Some of his equipment, like a shield and a bottle, was also found. The presence of 3 or 4 more human skulls in the grave suggests that the knight may have died in battle, and several knights might have been buried together. Looking at how these old skeletons and bones are just scattered around, give us an idea of how people were buried back then. Honestly, spine-chilling. mystery lying beneath? Recently, an intriguing video showed a local discovering a skull buried about 10 feet underground. Along with the skull was a piece of gold found around its neck, suggesting that this person might have been a high-ranking official or priest. The ancient Egyptians valued gold highly, believing it showed status and had magical properties. This remarkable find raises questions about the individual's life and legacy. Painted Cave. Lascaux is renowned for its Paleolithic cave paintings located in the Dordogne region of southwestern France.
Caves were discovered accidentally in 1940 by 4 kids and their dog. Over the next couple decades, about 1 million visitors climbed through the prehistoric wonderland, inadvertently tracking in fungus on their shoes and changing the humidity and the temperature with their breathing.
These artworks are estimated to be around 20,000 years old and primarily depict large animals. Situated in the Vézère Valley, Lascaux is part of an area where many other decorated caves have been discovered since the early 20th century. The cave itself contains nearly 2,000 figures, categorized into 3 main groups: animals, human figures, and abstract signs.
It's a sacred place. We don't live in a church. They never lived in the caves. And it's a huge composition. It's a calculated composition.
Gold-filled tomb.
Gold plates and ceremonial weapons have been found in a 2,000-year-old tomb in the East China city of Nanchang.
A stunning discovery has emerged from an ancient Chinese tomb, dating back 2,000 years in Nanchang, East China. Imagine unearthing 378 gold items, including 10 exquisite gold plates measuring about 10 centimeters wide and 23 centimeters long. This find is the largest gold hoard from the Han Dynasty, but that's not all. Among the treasures were ceremonial weapons and shields as well, meaning the tomb belonged to a powerful man who was the owner of these artifacts. Unfortunately, we don't yet know who this man was.
We have to be careful when handling these relics. Any wrong move may cause damage and pose difficulty for future studies and protection.
Forefather fossil. A female skull found in Zagreb exhibits traits typical of Neanderthals, such as prognathism or a forward-projected jaw. Neanderthals, Homo neanderthalensis, are closely related to modern humans and diverged from a common ancestor at least 400,000 to 500,000 years ago. While Neanderthals primarily lived in Europe and parts of Asia, modern humans have some ancestry that includes Neanderthal genetic material, especially in non-African populations due to interbreeding. Neanderthals lived between approximately 400,000 and 40,000 years ago, with some evidence suggesting they may have survived in isolated pockets slightly longer. Distinctive features included large front teeth, a sloping forehead, and strong, muscular bodies weighing 64 to 82 kilograms. The first Neanderthal remains were discovered in Belgium and Gibraltar in 1830, contributing to our understanding of human evolution. Mysterious head. A well-preserved 2,000-year-old skull belonging to art collector Jared Collins was discovered in the Carcass region of Peru and brought in for testing. This skull had not been analyzed using modern methods before. Researchers noted that some cultures used to bind infants' heads, leading to elongated shapes of their skulls. The 6 to 8 week study focused on DNA analysis from the teeth, revealed that the skull is absent from the New World and Native Americans, but resembles those typically found in European and Middle Eastern populations, particularly Scottish individuals. This suggests that contact between Europeans and South America occurred at least 1,500 years ago, enhancing our understanding of historical migrations. Old Anthropophagus. When researchers examined Gough Cave, they discovered some unsettling signs. During their investigation of fossil bones, they observed unknown markings on the bones, including human teeth impressions and additional cuts that required further analysis. They suggest that approximately 14,700 years ago, people may have practiced cannibalism, using one another as a food source. The presence of bone marrow inside the bones indicated that they had been targeted for meat consumption, possibly as part of a ritual. However, the underlying reasons for the cannibalism remain a mystery. Ultimate treasure. This video highlights Seti I, the first king of Egypt and father of Ramses II, known for his military achievements and grand building projects that enhanced Egypt's power. The video reveals the well-preserved face of Seti I, whose mummy is over 30,000 years old. Professor of Radiology Sahar Salim describes these mummies as sleeping beauties, noting Seti I's remarkably clear facial features. She expresses a desire to meet him in the afterlife. The preservation process involves extracting the brain through the nose with a wire and preserving major organs, allowing the spirit to return and reclaim its body in the afterlife. Oldest known hominid. Lucy, an Australopithecus fossil discovered by paleoanthropologist Donald Johanson on October 24, 1974, is one of the oldest known hominids, approximately 3.18 million years old. Out of 207 bones, 47 were found, including parts of the arms, ribs, legs, spine, and pelvis, but her hands and feet are missing. Analysis confirmed she was female and an adult. Lucy's skeleton is displayed in the National Museum of Ethiopia as a key example of early human ancestors. Researchers suggested she may have died from a fall, but this remains controversial, with many scientists proposing alternative causes for her fractures. Under ice poser.
By chance, or maybe he took the wrong way, and then he died of exhaustion and because of the cold weather and so on.
In the South Tyrol Mountains of northern Italy, Otzi, a naturally mummified man, was discovered on September 19, 1991, by two German tourists. His body was face down, with an arm tucked beneath him. While his death is believed to have resulted from freezing, some suggest he may have been murdered. Dating back to 3,150 BCE, Otzi was likely searching for food as hunting was crucial for survival at that time. Unlike typical mummies, which are mostly bones, Otzi is remarkably well preserved, with visible skin still attached. This makes him one of Europe's best preserved natural mummies. Human carrions. In Minya province, located south of Cairo, archaeologists made a significant discovery by uncovering 17 non-royal mummies while investigating an 8-meter deep burial shaft in a catacomb. Alongside the mummies, they found a golden sheet and ancient Egyptian script. Researchers are currently conducting a thorough analysis of this find. Although these mummies belong to a certain era, it's difficult to determine their exact time period. Open air temple. Tamgali Tas is an amazing historical site in Kazakhstan known for its beautiful rock art. This open-air temple has over 5,000 petroglyphs and carvings that date back from the late 2nd millennium BC to the early 20th century. Influenced by Tibetan art, the site shows images of women in childbirth, hunting scenes, and various animals. It also features 5 carvings of Buddhist deities, showing a mix of cultures. Each petroglyph tells a story, inviting visitors to think about the lives and traditions of the people who lived here. Hidden jackpot.
Oh my god.
There's pennies everywhere.
That's the sound of when you know you've hit the jackpot.
In ancient times, people often buried valuables for safekeeping, a practice highlighted by a recent discovery in the Chu Valley. A detectorist couple, Lisa Grace and Adam Staples, found 2,528 coins valued at around £5 million. They expressed their excitement, noting that they had dreamed of this moment for 15 years. Given that banks did not exist back then, burying coins was a common method for securing wealth. The couple mentioned that the coins could potentially fund the purchase of 500 sheep. They have been working hard for 15 years to reach this moment and requested some time to determine the best way to sell the coins.
You start to think, oh, maybe there could be another coin,
And there was, and then, well, what about all the other beeps? And there was just more coins,
and
more
they were
beeps.
coming in clumps of hundreds, really, yeah, so.
An ancient instrument. The Venus of Hohlefels is recognized as the oldest statue depicting a female figure, discovered by an archaeological team led by Professor Nicholas Conard, who reported the findings in the journal Nature. This statue was unearthed in a cave and has important implications for the timeline of early art, indicating that figurative works were being created. Additionally, at a depth of 3 meters 10 feet below ground level, researchers also found the oldest known uncontested musical instrument, dating back approximately 42,000 years. These discoveries provide valuable insights into the cultural practices of early humans. New human species. A remarkable discovery by Professor Chris Stringer at the Natural History Museum in London has unveiled a new human species known as Homo luzonensis. This exciting find sheds light on the complexity of our human family tree and emphasizes the need for more research to unlock the secrets. The deep cave where the bones were found raises intriguing questions. Could other humans have deliberately placed them there? This suggests that behaviors we often attribute only to modern humans may have existed in what we once considered primitive societies. Fascinatingly, while the hands and feet of these individuals resembled those of modern humans, their brain size and upper body structure were reminiscent of our earliest ancestors. Mysterious cave. This video reveals a burial site discovered by archaeologists in Saqqara, Egypt, that had remained untouched until now. The site contains over 300 sarcophagi and clay coffins, and dates back approximately 2,500 years. One coffin was found inside another, and the cave is situated deep underground. Archaeologists believe that further exploration of this cave could lead to the discovery of even more tombs. This discovery has not only revived ancient stories, but also raised new questions about our past. Mysterious bone site. In 2012, a remarkable discovery happened in Frontera Comalapa when 150 skulls, dating from 900 to 1200 CE, were found. The National Institute of Anthropology and History, INAH, was investigating the area when they first discovered some bones in Tuxtla Gutierrez. This led them to a cave filled with an astonishing collection of skulls, carefully stacked on top of each other. The skulls included both male and female remains, but what were 150 of such skulls doing there? Experts blame ritual decapitation for that. An archaeologist emphasized the need for a team of experts instead of law enforcement to fully understand the historical context of this important discovery. Haunting tale of past. The mummy, with its striking black face, stands out as a unique and fascinating representation of the pharaohs. The story of these ancient rulers is pivotal in history. They commanded Egypt, collected taxes, and issued orders that were law. Seen as a divine figure, the pharaoh was the guardian of a God-given order. Dating back to around 3000 BCE, this remarkable mummy has survived the passage of time in incredible condition. Now housed in Cairo's National Museum of Egyptian Civilization, it continues to draw curious visitors, inviting them to reflect on the rich legacy and mysteries of ancient Egypt. What secrets might this ancient figure still hold? Cursed dummy. Some individuals create dolls or figures as part of black magic practices, often placing them in hidden locations to prevent discovery. This next entry on this list is a video featuring a tiny mummy who looks like an ancient doll that appears to be made of stone and is enclosed in a small coffin. Kind of black magic stuff. Upon opening it, a note is found underneath, but the contents of the note and the full context surrounding the doll remain unknown. Even if someone were to open this note, they still would not grasp the true purpose of the doll and small coffin. This suggests that ancient people commonly practiced magic, using it as a means to harm enemies or disliked individuals. Curiosity for defunct. This event took place in the Camarones Valley in Chile, where a mummy tomb was opened after 2,500 years. After so long, the inside of the coffin would likely smell very strong, something only people who were there could really describe. In the video, you can see people covering their noses because of the awful smell. It's possible that this mummy belonged to a royal or significant figure. That's why it is being moved to a museum after all these years. Hairy hoax. A male humanoid figure was discovered frozen in a block of ice in Minnesota in 1968. This figure had distinct features, including a flattened nose, a height of about 6 feet, and large hands and feet. It was also noted to have long hair, approximately 3 to 4 feet in length. Some people speculated that this could be a representation of Bigfoot or the Yeti, while others dismissed it as a hoax. After its discovery, it became evident that the cause of death was unusual, as the figure had sustained multiple injuries. It seemed likely that a human had caused this, possibly to prevent any threat to their existence. Intriguing fetus.
The Atacama skeleton definitely looks like an alien. It's 6 inches long, it has a weird, long, bulbous head, and it has 10 ribs when humans are supposed to have 12 ribs.
The Atacama skeleton, which has a striking resemblance to a small alien, is actually the preserved fetus of a human baby. It is believed that this fetus did not survive for some reason, and after being removed from the mother's womb, its body was preserved. Now, many years later, it has drawn significant attention due to its unusual appearance. This has led to various theories and stories suggesting it is something else, especially considering its small size of approximately 6 inches. However, scientific research has confirmed that it is, in fact, an undeveloped human fetus. Vampire tale. Bulgaria's History Museum has showcased remains that are approximately 700 years old, believed to be associated with vampire legends. Notably, 2 of the skeletons displayed show evidence of having been stabbed through the chest with iron rods, just like how vampires are dealt with. These remains were discovered by archaeologists near the Black Sea. The connection to vampire folklore has intrigued many, as it suggests a historical basis for such tales. The archaeologists conducted their excavations at night, bravely uncovering these graves and revealing details about the past. Despite this discovery, the full context and significance of these findings remain unclear, leaving many questions about the individuals involved and the practices of that time. Mummified cat. Ancient cultures believed that keeping a cat in the home could drive away evil spirits, as cats are thought to possess a heightened sixth sense that allows them to detect negativity. As seen in the footage, a mummified cat discovered in ancient Ram Inn has been confirmed by the Stroud Museum to have been deceased for some time, and is estimated to be around 4,500 years old. Ancient Ram Inn is often referred to as a ghost hunting site, due to its reputation as a paranormal corner. Decapitated head.
Not just any head, a 40,000-year-old wolf's head. Wow. The severed head, complete with teeth and fur, was found in Siberia.
Recently, scientists made a significant discovery in eastern Siberia, where a local resident found a 40,000-year-old wolf's head. The preservation is so remarkable that it looks almost like the wolf just recently died. The specimen exhibited remarkably well-intact fur, while the tongue remained somewhat moist. This exceptional preservation is attributed to the region's cold climate, which helped maintain the brain, tissue, teeth, and fur in good condition. Researchers are currently employing advanced technologies to analyze the wolf's head and its DNA to find out which species of wolf it is. Dino fossil.
2 sets of dinosaur fossils from the Jurassic period have been discovered in southwest China's Yunnan province.
In southwest China, an incredible discovery was made during road construction when dinosaur fossils were uncovered. These fossils, believed to be around 130 million years old, prompted archaeologists to assemble a research team to study them. The findings included 3 sacral vertebrae, 13 dorsal vertebrae, 22 coccygeal vertebrae, and complete hind legs. Wang Tao, the director of the Department for Geological Heritage Protection, and his team conducted measurements to determine the size and weight of the dinosaur, exploring its role and behavior in the ecosystem of the past. Early giants.
The body of a mammoth, thought to be more than 10,000 years old, has been found in the Siberian frost.
In Siberia, a region known for its perpetual ice, ancient remains have been discovered that are believed to belong to woolly mammoth stot. These mammoths existed approximately 10,000 years ago. The remains were quite reddish in color. Scientists have begun researching these remains and were able to extract blood that surprisingly did not freeze even at minus 17 degrees Celsius. This discovery offers hope for cloning more parts of the specimen, helping researchers learn about mammoths and their role in ancient ecosystems. Monstrous reptile fossil. This extraordinary fossil discovery was made by an archaeologist, Joe Davis, who recently uncovered a giant Ichthyosaurus, an ancient marine reptile often referred to as a sea dragon. While not a dinosaur, ichthyosaurs existed during the same era as dinosaurs, and their remains have become increasingly rare. Joe and his team worked diligently over several nights to present this remarkable find to British paleontologists. This discovery marks the first complete prehistoric reptile fossil to be found, dating back approximately 10 million years. The careful excavation of these ancient bones, believed to have existed around 250 million years ago, has been crucial in revealing secrets of the past.
Not only is this the largest ichthyosaur skeleton ever found in Britain, but it's also the largest complete skeleton of any prehistoric reptile found here in the UK as well.
Wolf cub disclosure. In 2016, Yukon miners uncovered an ancient mummified wolf pup named Jur in permafrost near Dawson. This specimen, dating back approximately 57,000 years, is believed to be a gray wolf from the Ice Age. The researcher used radiocarbon dating to determine that the remains were 7 weeks old at the time of death, linking them to the lineage of American wolves. While gray wolves communicate through vocalizations, scent marking, and body language, this one was only 7 weeks old and likely could not vocalize yet, which might explain its death. This discovery holds significant importance in the study of wolf evolution, offering valuable insights into the species' history. Big hand spot.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I remember.
A research team set out to investigate the existence of Yeti hands, intrigued by captivating stories shared by Nepali monks. One monk shared a mesmerizing tale of encountering a Yeti while meditating in the serene mountains. Though he could not find the creature again on his next visit, he stumbled upon a colossal hand and a cap, which he brought back to his monastery for safekeeping. Displaying an enormous hand to the researchers, he urged them to journey to Makalu in the Arun Valley if they truly wanted to seek the elusive Yeti. Determined, the team camped out overnight but could only record 2 howls of an alleged Yeti.
Hey, something howled. There it is again. 2.
Did you hear that?
Viking warrior. During excavation in central Norway, workers uncovered a grave that contained a sword, suggesting it belonged to a warrior. Research revealed that the sword dates back to the Viking Age, approximately 850 years ago. The sword was found on the warrior's left side, indicating that he may have been left-handed. When the team attempted to lift the sword for further analysis, they discovered it was quite heavy, suggesting that the warrior was likely a strong and notable figure of his time. Burying warriors with their arms and armor is a fascinating Viking-era burial practice, and this discovery supports that tradition.
Nei, at sverdet ligger på det som vi
Ancient Holy Book. In Tokat, Turkey, police discovered a 1000-year-old holy book inscribed in Syriac on parchment. While some pages were damaged and missing, the remaining 51 showcased exquisite gold leaf illustrations of biblical figures, including Jesus Christ. Recently, smugglers attempted to sell this priceless artifact, leading to the arrest of 10 individuals involved in the operation. The book's cover was worn, but its artistic value remained intact. When the Bible was taken to the museum for safekeeping, authorities also recovered other valuable items, such as jewelry and coins, underscoring the historical importance of this remarkable find. Ancient arts. Imagine finding a 1000-year-old book filled with amazing paintings, each one full of mystery. The artwork looks strange and almost like a secret code, suggesting only a true art expert could really understand it. As a man carefully flips through the fragile pages, he is careful, knowing how old they are. One striking image seems to show the taproot spine connected to a mycorrhizal network, raising so many questions. This ancient art is not just an old book, but it's a fascinating glimpse into a long-lost time, sparking wonder and curiosity with every page he turns. Ancient black magic. The footage reveals a spooky world filled with evil-looking demons and mythical creatures linked to black magic. One striking detail is the use of python snakeskin as canvas to draw images of these demons. Historically, snakeskin has been used in ancient practices to access dark powers as shown in the video. Some people believe the markings on the snakeskin represent the true forms of devils and jinn. The Belichismo Book of Ancient Magic describes various spells and rituals, including the use of snakeskin. Similarly, the ancient Greeks used snakeskin in their dark rituals, highlighting a long-standing connection between snakes and mysterious traditions. Aliens' currency. The coins were excavated by a group of construction workers renovating a house in southern Egypt. During their work in the basement, they stumbled upon a small box filled with coins that were all made of bronze. After their discovery, the coins were taken to a local museum where archaeologists examined them, suggesting they may have been used as alien currency, with a date attributed to the 1st century BC. These coins feature humanoid heads with large eyes and shapes reminiscent of UFOs. While some individuals believe these coins serve as evidence of extraterrestrial beings, the scientific community does not support this claim. Creepy place. The video explores an old, crumbling house that appears haunted and has been abandoned for years. Filled with scattered items from a bygone era, the place is dirty and muddy, revealing that no one has lived there for a long time. Among the remnants are numerous hooves used for making and repairing shoes, hinting at a lost craft. Though it is not ancient, the house likely belonged to a local resident who left in a hurry, leaving behind a fascinating disarray. Ancient saving. A significant discovery of 175 Roman coins was made in an Italian forest, suggesting a historical context that intrigued archaeologists. Initially, it appeared that the coins might have been hidden during a civil war for future retrieval. However, they remained buried for 2,000 years before being unearthed. The coins were found in a terracotta pot and date back to 82 BCE. They are currently on display at the Museum of Natural History. Archaeologists theorize that the individual who buried these coins did so for safekeeping, providing valuable insights into the practices of ancient times. Expire spacecraft. A boy was sitting in his garden enjoying tea when he suddenly heard a loud crashing noise. Upon investigating the source of the sound, he observed a shiny metallic object, which he identified as a UFO, featuring alien figures. This sighting raises questions about the nature of the object. It could potentially be a toy from a nearby neighbor, or intriguingly, a genuine small spacecraft. Ancient microorganism. Rotifers are microscopic organisms classified as animals due to their complex structure, including specialized organs and a complete digestive tract. Over 450 species of bedelloid rotifers exist, primarily in freshwater environments. They consume small microorganisms and suspended organic matter, serving as a vital food source for marine creatures. In response to adverse conditions, rotifers can enter a state of extreme inactivity, enhancing their survival. Bedelloids are notable for their ancient asexual reproduction, relying solely on parthenogenetic eggs to produce offspring without fertilization. Sleeping ancient beauty. The footage features two exceptionally well-preserved women's coffins. The intricate design and craftsmanship suggest that these women held a significant status in ancient society, which is why the coffins are housed in a museum. This display highlights aspects of ancient Egyptian culture, where mummification was a common practice. Egyptians believed that after death, the soul would return to the body, making preservation essential. Open discussion. We have the footage of a two-headed giant mummy. As we've heard many stories from the past, you might be encountering the tale of the two-headed giant for the first time. Known as Kep-Dawa-Iye, this giant measured 12 meters in length and was discovered in Patagonia by Spanish mariners. They reported seeing the two-headed giant roaming nearby. Kep-Dawa was described as powerful and muscular, but the mariners captured him, putting him down in the process. They preserved his remains for public display. The giant was brought to England by George Bickle and later sent to Baltimore as part of his collection, showcasing a unique piece of folklore and curiosity from the era. What's your thought on this? Let us know in the comments section below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more informative content.